Namaste students, my name is JVNS Dr. Neeraj Bholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are going to discuss a practical session, that is the Vidal test, and this belongs to the subject Medical Biotechnology Lab. So what is Vidal test? What is the principle? How to perform? What are the procedure? So we will discuss one by one. So basically, Vidal test is performed for the typhoid fever, for the detection of the Salmonella typhi and Salmonella paratyphi species. So in this uh, procedure, we use two different antigens, that is antigen O and antigen H, that are isolated from the Salmonella typhi and Salmonella paratyphi A and B. So they are treated with few specific chemicals that isolated the antigen O and H. So these antigens are used to detect the corresponding antibodies, which are generally produced in the patient if it is infected with the Salmonella typhi species. So the O antibody, so the IgM or somatic O antibody appears first, and it represents the recent serological response in acute typhoid. While the IgG, it is a flagella H antibody, and it is usually develops more slowly, persists for the longer. So generally, it is considered that if IgM antibodies are there, then it represents the recent infection. If IgG antibodies are there, it represents the previous or old infection. So these two type of antigens are used for, and they are represented in the form of the agglutination reactions. So this can be performed in two different ways. One is the slide test and second is the tube test. So the Vidal test can be performed in on the slide, or it can be performed in the test tube. So why the two types of procedures are there? Because the slide test is rapid and it is generally utilized as the screening purpose. So using the already available antigens of the Salmonella typhi, that is O and H, a drop of the suspended antigens is added on an equal amount of the previously prepared serum from the sample, from the patient sample. So an initial positive screening test requires the determination of the strength of the antibody. So this is performed by adding together equal amounts of the antigen suspension and the serially diluted serum from the patient. So the type of reaction is the agglutination reaction, and that is represented in the form of the visualizing clumps. So weakly reactive agglutinations may require an adequate light source for proper visualization, while the strongly reactive agglutinations are easily seen. So the result is represented in four categories, that is from 0 to +4. So 0 means no agglutination is there, +1 means it is 25% agglutination reaction is there, +2 means there are 50% agglutination, +3 means there are 70% agglutination, and +4 means the 100% agglutination is there. So the smallest quantity of serum that exhibit +2 or 50% agglutination is considered the end point of the serum activity or the titer. So it should consider the positive. While the second method, that is the tube test method, it is required as a proof of, or as a uh, to confirm the slide method. Okay, so it also serves as a means of confirming the results. Okay, so a mixture of suspended antigen and antibody is incubated in the test tube um, for 20 hours at 37 degrees Celsius, and the agglutination reactions are observed in the form of the pellets or clumps. So the pellets or the clumps which are prepared in the test tube, they precipitated down in the bottom of the test tube, and again the result is interpreted at 4-point scale, that is 0 to 4, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 and plus 4. So the tube test is useful to clarify the erratic or equivocal agglutination reactions obtained by the more rapid slide test. The principle is the principle is same for the slide test or for the tube test, because the ultimate goal of the test is the antigen antibody reaction or the agglutination. So cross reactions are encountered, false positive results can be there when antibody produced by non-typhoidal antigens that reacts with the typhoid antigens. So it may happen that some other species of some other strains or some other variants of the Salmonella bacteria is there, and the antigens which are produced by these bacteria react with the antibodies in the body, in the patient serum. That may give a false positive result. So the in several other diseases that caused by the Salmonella organisms, for example, the endocarditis, the chronic liver disease, the malaria, dengue, and they are the other diseases that have the that can represent a cross reactivity in the typhoid endemic regions, and these cross reactions increases the error in the result or in the interpretation of the Vidal test. So the lack of standardization of antigens also compromises the technique. So the value of the Vidal test depends upon the standardization and the maintenance of the antigens. You have to properly store the antigens. You have to standardize the process. If you are using the microscope in the slide method, the microscope should be of a good quality. So the interpretation of the results that both the O and the H antigens are necessary for proper serological analysis of the serum of the patient. So composition and standardization of the antigens, it is very crucial in the experiment. Unfortunately, there are many research, they published their papers and the problems of ambiguity. They say that it is not very sensitive, and non-specifically specificity of the Vidal antigens they have shown. Because there are many regions that why the non-specificity is there, why ambiguity is there, why the false positive results are there. One of the important reason is the vaccine for the disease. So typhoid, paratyphoid vaccine. So the individuals that have taken the vaccine, they have the antibodies in their body. So the second reason is the recurrent exposure to the Salmonella species. Okay, so they also have the increased level of the antibodies in their body. If they do not have currently the infection in their body, but they have the antibodies because they have already or earlier exposed to the Salmonella species. So they affect the result of the Vidal test. Okay, so we consider that the serologic studies are helpful in the typhoid fever cases in the endemic regions, and the antigens or antigens which are used to detect this test should not be very old, or they should not exceed the expiry date. Okay, so this was all about the Salmonella uh, type infection or the Vidal test. So how to perform the Vidal test? We take the serum of the patient as a sample. We have the already prepared antigen solutions of the antigen O and H. We prepare the different dilutions of this solution. Okay, antigen and antibody solution is there. Then we prepare the dilution 1:20, 1:40, 1:80, 1:160, 1:320. And we observe the presence of the agglutination reaction in the test tube or the slide. So in which tube or in which slide we have the agglutination, we have to report that, and we can calculate the load of the bacterial infection in the sample by back calculations of the dilution. So this was all about the Vidal test, and hope you are satisfied with this detailed session. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write in the comment box. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.